Currently, we probably have about 300 to 350 ceramic cartridges that we stock. They're all in our catalog. We're always trying to update. We always have to update. I always get new ceramics in every single week. On top of that, we probably get 5 on average, but as many as 10 ceramic units even a day I've received to try to identify. When I get these things and receive them by email, and it's not just me, it's the help desk, we'll get pictures. We'll have a picture with my hand, and there's the part. Hey, look, there's some scissors, there's a pair of nail clippers, paper clip, that's one of my favorites. So that doesn't do a lot for me. Ultimately, the best thing anybody can do is keep a ruler around. Put the ruler up with the part, maybe even on top of it. You do the best you can ultimately in sending pictures. It does help us with the length. Your most important thing though, honestly, when you're dealing with these parts, is the broach. How many splines or how many points are on the broach? There's a ridiculous amount of splines out there. I think everybody in the industry knows that. To identify something just by looking at a picture on a computer and try to guess, by looking at a 2D picture, how many splines are on it is kind of tough. Sometimes we can do it, and sometimes very easy to see, but every now and then it's something that's not going to get done without knowing that it's gauged, or at least by having, before you send it in, trying to at least stick your finger there, stick something there, and try and count those splines even by sight and putting that into the email. Hey, these are 24 point, or this is a 12 point. The best and my favorite, honestly, is actually take the broach gauge that we have and take that, find what it is that this would go into, so that you can say, hey, there's the broach, it goes into your broach gauge, 3-16, it's for harden. That's going to help us a lot in identifying things. We get physical parts in here all the time. I'll get one right here, for instance. I'll identify and say we carry it already, it's a Cisco. It's pretty easy. I can actually identify this one just by having an email sent. That's an easy one to identify. I'll get things in here with broken broaches, broken stems, whatever it might be. This is for another example. It's very similar to something we do make. It's something that I can see when it's sent by email and say, yes, does it have something similar? We would need the sample to make it. We're constantly getting parts that are in the emails that are probably something we even have, that we don't make even, because that we run across that all the time too. Things you can do for the identification is giving us the broach spline count, or even the broach itself based on the broach gauge, the part length with a ruler or a tape measure, something that gives me some numbers and some ideas of exactly what the length is. If you have other information, that's great. In fact, I get some people that send me pictures to give me dimensions on the part, or the dimensions on the threads, or whatever it might be, and that's awesome. That just makes it that much easier. But ultimately, 2 items: measurements, broach.